So first of all, I just want to speak about your last work, of course, and Zeitgeist means a lot of philosophy, and so why you choose that name?
As you say, it means a lot, and the funny thing is people always see it from a political side of things, but it isn't just political. It's a term out of the, like, I don't know if it's the 16th century whatsoever. Yep. By Hegel, which is a German philosopher, and he used the term for the spirit. It's the spirit of the time, spirit of the age, and he uses it for all kinds of works, not just for politics or for art.
So your music, it's the spirit of our time. That's what it would like to mean.
Really, we say we kind of put the zeitgeist from another time, for example the 70s, because a lot of our music is influenced from the 70s on this album, and tried to use it as the zeitgeist as we wanted to have it nowadays, you know.
Yeah, of course.
We kind of use the old zeitgeist from the 70s as a more or less reinvention as the zeitgeist.
So nowadays. It isn't a political view, but just a way of view. It's about music, and it's about
It's only about music. So we're combining the zeitgeist of different ages, like as Marcus said, from the 70s, and combine it with a lot of musical styles that we are feeling nowadays, and combining them with our own sound to create something really new.
Create our own
a new sound of the time.
Exactly. That's what we wanted to do.
Okay. So I would like just to speak about your beginnings. So how you meet and how you decide to make music together, and how it comes that you started producing music, and how you spread it. So you just send your master to a label, or how you spread your music?
Marcus and me met on the New Year's Eve. I played one of my first DJ gigs outside of my hometown Salzburg, in his hometown St. Pölten.
That was 2006 to
2007. And he was there at the party and heard I was only playing my own music, and he heard it and thought, man, that's alright. And he heard that it's only my own music, and he was producing by the time as well, and he was producing with the same software, so he came up to me and with
the same software you
with Fruity Loops as well.
Oh, Fruity Loops.
And he came to me
and
the
next question, but you answer now.
And we decided to try to make music together, so a couple of days after we were chatting over like MySpace and stuff, so we made some conversation and said, yeah, we're gonna try to make music together. And from the first time it worked out really great to make music together. The first tune came along really easy and even got played on BBC Radio 1, and it's actually got released on vinyl, and everything worked out really smooth.
You just spread your music.
Yeah, you have to start small, because in the beginning we started sending it out to our friends, then we send it to the local DJs. The local DJs send it to the DJs from Vienna. Then again, the DJs from Vienna, they know people because they play together with them in Vienna from abroad. Like,
so it's just 6 degrees of separation.
It's always like taking another step. Not just sending your first work to the big DJs out there, because the chance of them listening to it is very low, and if it's very early work, most of the time it's not really good, but at the time you don't realize that it's not the best work.
No, that's right.
Because you don't really have a reference, you know, it's because you're completely new to the whole thing. And that is good it's also good to build up slowly with feedback and sending it out to small people, because you get better feedback from people who are at the same level as you are.
What they deserve, so what they need.
Exactly. In fact, you build up your own network, starting really small, and you get like one contact after another, and it builds really slowly.
No, because it's crazy to know that you just met in 2007, and in 2010 it was maybe your golden age, you know, your golden year, because you just become the best newcomer DJs and best newcomer producer on DMV Arena, and so it's a really turning point on 2010.
But 2009 we released our first album on Above and Beyond on Mainstream Records. That was the time where we decided to go only as Camo Krooked and not as Camo and Krooked separately. We had a couple of vinyls out by the time, like separated.
All alone,
So that's where we decided to go only together. Had the album out, had a couple of cool other releases like the BitteTV.
It sounds good. It works good. I think.
From that time, it went up like all the time, and I think it's still going up. So we're still working hard on our project.
No, in fact, because you moved from a very small situation to hospital. That is one. With Ram Records, is the most important thing in.
Definitely. I mean, it wasn't like suddenly we came like first smaller labels. Then we had one release in Hospital, and then like a couple of others made a couple of cool remixes. Yeah, then there was the point where we thought, now releasing on all the random labels, we want to go to one label and build our own thing, want to release the album and have the best platform for this album. So we decided to go with Hospital Records because they are like the best in the game.
Yeah, in fact, because you already answered me with which software you use to produce your music. It's Fruity Loops. But the other things I would like to know is how your music born. So how your music is made up. So it's just an idea and you produce it together, or you got a role and you got another one. So
it was different when we started because we both kind of had the similar ideas and technical knowledge going on. But now I'm kind of more the creative guy. I'm starting the thing, and he's more the technical geek about production.
So you create and
I always start the idea.
Translate in a way.
I always start the idea. Have a 16-bar loop. Send it over to him. If he likes it, I keep working on it a little bit. Then send the first draft over to him, like the project. He keeps working on that, starts making a build-up, mixes it down a bit. And whilst he's doing that, I'm always working on a bridge, intro, breakdown, or whatsoever. And we keep sending back and forth, so we work parallel. We never sit in a studio together. We have two studios separated. They are exactly the same setup, have the same speakers, the same computer, all the same software and EST plugins and stuff.
But so, you produce separately in a way.
Yeah, always separately. It's way better because otherwise one is producing, the other one is sitting in the back waiting for his turn.
Yeah,
and we don't like that. And as well, we discuss all the ideas. So I'm discussing with him all the melodies, while he's discussing with me all the mix downs and arrangement.
So he send you his production.
Yeah, it's always a back and forth. We are discussing all the parts of the process.
It's very curious.
So we're very strict about each other's work. So that's why the outcome is always like pretty.
So this is a very particular way
100%.
It's very good. And the other thing that I would like to know is, you know, in the past, producer and DJs were very different roles.
Yeah.
Instead now, if you're a very good producer, you got to be even a DJ to share your music, you know? And so how do you feel that situation, and how do you prepare your set? Because you are mainly producer and not DJ, so how do you handle this?
Well, I think we are as much DJ as producers, but still we started off with producing, and producing is a much wider thing, a much bigger thing. DJing is like, it's not that much you can do when you compare it to production. Production is so much more you know about, but I think that's as well why, because when you are like really production, you have the chance to go way deeper into the whole scene. You know more people, you have a totally different source, you get all the promos, you are able to make exclusive tunes that only you have, and as well people come to your gigs they want to hear your music, and maybe even your special versions only you can present to them, because you make some VIP versions, and only you are able to play them. So you have your exclusives.
How do you
and you build up the name, like the brand.
How do you play this together? So what's playing into and not just one of you? So what gives you more about your music?
We always use a headphone splitter on the mixer, so we always mix at the same time, more or less. We can listen and mix at the same time. and we know each other so well now that we know when
perfectly what is done.
One is doing a hand sign like this or this,
okay.
You know what he means. Like this means I'm starting this one in 16 bars. So there's different hand signs we have. We just look at each other and we know what's going on. So it's kind of something that's grown over the last years, and now we kind of perfected the back-to-back set because first of all it's way more fun. There's more action, more movement in the set. Not just with the music, but also because we are with our hands everywhere. There's more hands on the mix and on the decks, and not just two. So yeah, there's always something happening in our sets. We try to keep
very good. And who's your favorite, just pure DJ in drum and bass scene? I know you know, for example, NEC or Hype, or
most of them started already producing as well. I mean, we have like loads of respect for maybe AMC as well, who is like, I mean, like NEC obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But then again, like I think obviously, I mean, DJing is alright and stuff, but there's overall more respect for the producing side for people.
Either producing or people playing with an instrument and doing everything from scratch on stage, because DJing it is an art form, but it's a restricted art form.
Yeah, for sure. It's playing something that belongs from someone else.
You're playing somebody else's records, and that's the contra side of the whole DJing thing, which can for some producers be a downside because they just want to present their own music, and if you just want to do your own thing and your own style, you probably don't even want to play somebody else's records.
Yeah, in a way.
For us, there's way more respect going towards bands than DJs.
Okay.
But overall, I think like asking like who's the best DJ is always a matter of taste, obviously.
No, it's just so which music inspires you? Even not just drum and bass. Which kind of
drum
music?
Drum and bass doesn't inspire us at all. We don't listen to drum and bass.
In fact, so which kind of music do you listen to now?
Minimal techno.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the like Trent Müller, but minimal techno, Stefan Botin, Oliver Huntemann, Mark Romboy, and all that kind of Nathan Fake, James Holden, that kind of stuff. And all the disco stuff, like Chic Sisters and Stubby Brothers. They're really
so you try to introduce something of that music in your productions.
At the same time, everything that pretty much spawned out of disco or the roots of electronic music, like Jean-Michel Jarre, or let's say something that evolved out of disco is French house or French electro. We really like that sound as well, that whole Ed Banger sound.
So which is the song you got in your iPod and you listen every time now? For example,
right now
it's always different, like from week to week. But it was like over the last half year, it was the Air album, the Daft Punk album, Michael Jackson, Pink Floyd album.
Okay, so it's really
different
kind of
Trent album, Stefan Botin. So there's loads, and then now it's the London Grammar album, the Flume album,
the Flume album,
the Bonobo album for a while. You could just keep changing it, and with the time of the year and with your mood, also your influences and inspirations change all the time. So.
Yeah, sure.
As well, it's really important like to take influences from another genre, because when you always like take ideas from the same genre, it's just history repeating.
Yeah.
When you take influence from other times, other genres, maybe which hasn't been melted into drum and bass before, you are able to create something maybe new that hasn't been there, which is like the best thing you can do actually, I think, rather than doing another laser dance for drum bass tune.
Absolutely, introducing something new it's always the best choice.
At least trying, at least trying is important, I think.
Okay, so that's it, and thank you so much, and I can't wait to listen to your set. So
cool, can't wait to play it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.